Welcome back. This is the second video of our authenticity series. If you haven't seen the first one, I recommend you do so that information I'm going to be sharing today makes a lot more sense. So last time we learned how to attune to ourselves, and I introduced you to a new tool, grounding meditation. Today we will be exploring what authenticity exactly is. We hear this term everywhere, but sometimes it is so hard to know what it means exactly. So what I learned and what I want you to know is that authenticity, first and foremost, has physicality. It's not just emotional, mental, or spiritual state, but it has physical manifestation in our bodies. So whenever we doubt our energy, all we gotta do is check in with the body, and its wisdom will give us the answer. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We know we are being authentic when there is no restriction. It's when we're relaxed, at ease, and present. It's a non-defensive functioning and ability to be true to yourself. So first, let's see what that restriction or defense is and how it forms. When we are born, we start receiving lessons and teachings left and right. How to be, how to sit, how to talk, what to say, not say. Well, most teachings are beneficial and are there to help us. Some are in conflict of how we naturally would be in that particular moment. But because children rely on adults, they learn to push their authentic feelings and needs to the side and adapt to whatever their parents want. Or they start mimicking their reactions because they don't know what to do. They're too little to know. So they start copying everything. So for example, we are taught to sit up straight, which is nothing bad, right? Good posture. But somewhere along the way, a person might become so self-conscious of their body and how they sit because they hear their critical father's voice in their head that they always stay like this, even in those moments when they would prefer to relax and maybe even slouch sometimes. That's restriction. Walking super fast automatically, even though we're not rushing anywhere, is a restriction. It could look like hiding under your hair or glasses or bangs because somebody laughed at you in the past. It could be bending in this middle part of the body to protect your heart area. It could be using good one, this forced laughter in situations when you don't feel comfortable, or being super chatty, using way too many words to hide beneath them, or clenching your jaw when you cannot speak your truth, tightening your stomach muscles, or avoiding eye contact, The list is endless, and it'll be unique to each of us based on our individual experiences. What happens is that over time, our emotional energy gets stuck in our bodies, and it forms these patterns, how we hold ourselves, how we move, and how we function. Okay, let's get personal, shall we? Here's a very vivid example from my personal life. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been learning to play tennis, and it's been months now. And recently, I had a practice where I sucked, and I mean I sucked. So what I tend to do is I get to the ball too close, so I don't have enough of space to really hit it. 2, I grip the racket really hard, so there's no movement in my wrist, which is so important in tennis. And then 3, I move way too much. Like I jump around and make these empty steps, and I waste my energy instead of focusing. And my coach always tells me, it should be easy. It shouldn't feel hard. You should enjoy it and just play, And this phrase really triggered me because I'm trying my best. I'm trying to do all the right things. I'm running here all sweaty and tired. I'm hitting really hard, and I suck. Guys. So I knew that there was something more. I knew that there was something deeper because I've been hearing his teachings for such a long time. I understand them intellectually. I get everything, but I cannot embody it. So I took it to my therapy. We did compassionate inquiry and somatic experiencing. And man, I discovered something really interesting about my body that I did not see coming. So here it is. So I had a chaotic childhood. There was a lot of neglect, stress. Things were shifting and changing daily. You could never know what's going to happen next. And because of that, I had to grow up very quickly and kind of deal with things, because very often there were no adults who would assure my safety and my well-being. So every day I felt like a new problem or a new situation, just like that ball, would come from a different direction, and it was my responsibility to take care of it. So I adapted over the years, and I learned to be one step ahead and solve those problems even before they occurred. And that is what Janas so brilliantly was mirroring back to me. So why do I get to the ball too close? Because I'm attacking the problem. Why do I grip the racket so hard? Because I imagine that this is my weapon. I'm out defending myself from all those balls. Why am I moving and jumping around for no reason? Because that movement created an imaginary sense of safety. Because in my childhood, I believed that as long as I keep moving forward, I was safe. So it turns out that tennis is a perfect sport for me to notice my automatic reactions and to learn to connect to my body, trust, and learn to play instead of fight. Now, how does authenticity manifest physically? Firstly, it shows up in the form of calm breath. We breathe evenly, our chest and stomach is soft. When we're authentic, our muscles are relaxed. There's no resistance or tension in any body part. There's this openness. Nothing is in hiding. There's no physical discomfort or pain. We become creative and have these aha moments like, I never had this thought before. How wonderful. It's not a coincidence that people have the best ideas while they're in the shower, because that is a safe space. They're relaxed and calm and present. When we're authentic, things do get a little bit slower. That's because we're fully present, not rushing anywhere, not thinking about the next step. Also, a natural sense of joy and gratitude show up. Like, we can appreciate things and allow ourselves to be in that good feeling. Can you feel the difference? However, I do want to add that it's not just about feeling so-called positive emotions. You see, authenticity requires full, unconditional acceptance. We no longer need to let things go, but instead, we let things be without resistance, without denial. We can see a clear picture and be at peace with it. It is what it is. So for example, when you feel sadness or anger, you can stay with it and still be authentic. You see, in this way, when we don't judge or resist the current state, just like we talked the last time, those emotions can move through us instead of getting stuck in our bodies. So, what I want you to do this week, and always really, is to keep connecting to your body. Notice your automatic reactions and play with it. Do you sit and sleep in the same position every single day? Switch it. Do you wear the same hairstyle and have been wearing it for the last 15 years? Change it for a day. Do something in a new way, and not just for the sake of doing it, but really notice what is happening in you as you do it. Does it make you feel uncomfortable? Does it terrify you? Does it bring up some unconscious beliefs? Or is it freeing? Keep learning about yourself and notice what stands in the way of that authentic relaxation and ease. Be the observer and let your body tell you the answer. That is all for today. Thank you for staying until the end. If you did, please leave me a comment. I'd love to know, how does this information resonate with your body? I wish you well, and I'll see you very soon for the part 3.